Hey, this is Ari, and in this video, I want to share with you a little clip from my much longer presentation all about the science around saunas. This was a presentation I did that I forget exactly how long it was. The full-length version is 45 minutes or an hour or something like that. And it's packed with content, but of course, modern world, people have short attention spans, so I wanted to break things down into little valuable chunks and go over some of the key elements of that presentation. And this is one of the clips that I want to share with you. Saunas are incredibly powerful in terms of their ability to, as a hormetic stressor, in terms of their ability to stimulate adaptations in our body that ultimately confer mitochondrial growth, mitochondrial biogenesis, neuroprotective effects, antidepressive effects, increased athletic performance, and much, much more. Disease prevention, reductions in cardiovascular disease, neurological disease, all-cause mortality. Saunas are an absolutely wonderful tool and are extremely effective also for helping you to increase your energy levels. I highly recommend them, and in this clip, you're going to find out a bit of the reason why I'm such a huge fan of saunas. So enjoy, and if you want to listen to the full-length presentation, I also have an article associated with that. The links for that are down in the description below. Enjoy.
Many people don't realize, but sweating is one of the biggest pathways that our body gets rid of toxins. So we actually pump out toxins via our sweat. We can actually, believe it or not, sweat out heavy metals. We can sweat out things like mercury and lead and cadmium and arsenic through going in a sauna and just sweating them out. They literally, your sweat glands will start pumping out toxins along with that sweat when you're sitting in a sauna. So, and this side note, but part of the reason why it's important to go take a shower after you use a sauna is because your skin is covered with sweat that has lots of toxins, including things like heavy metals and BPA and phthalates and all kinds of other toxins just sitting in there. So you don't want to reabsorb those. You want to wash them off as soon as you get out of the sauna. But there's real science on this. We know that going into a sauna actually does result in the body pumping out a lot of these toxins. One more thing I want to mention here is that sauna use can actually improve your nervous system function and your thermoregulatory mechanisms, increasing the ability to sweat. So there are a lot of people maybe watching this, maybe you're one of them, that's saying, well, I don't really sweat anymore. Well, if you're not sweating, if your body has kind of lost its ability to sweat, that is actually a sign of a problem. That's a sign that your body's thermoregulatory mechanisms and the nervous system, the autonomic nervous system that regulates that thermoregulation response, it's not working properly anymore. So sauna use can actually start to kick it back into gear and get this mechanism, which is partly a thermoregulatory mechanism and also partly a detoxification system of your body. It can start to get that working again. This is another study talking about reduction of chemical sensitivity by means of heat deprivation, which basically sauna use. And basically they show that at the end of treatment, 86% of participants cleared or markedly reduced their symptom scores of chemical sensitivity. Participants also had overall improvements in mental and physical energy and a reduction in odor sensitivity to toxic substances. So people who are highly sensitive to stressors, in this case, they're looking at chemical sensitivity, to sensitivity to toxins, 86% of participants completely cleared or hugely reduced their symptom scores on their chemical sensitivity, which is basically just a result of the body getting rid of toxins and also building up mitochondria. So the internal antioxidant response systems are able to handle toxins better. Also you're building up the internal detoxification systems at the cellular, at the mitochondrial level, that also help the body clear the toxins more efficiently at that level as well. This is another study titled Human Elimination of Organochlorine Pesticides, Blood, Urine, and Sweat Studies. And there's a quote here saying, sweating has also been demonstrated to increase excretion of toxicants, such as organochlorinated pesticides, which have been shown to cause mitochondrial damage, oxidative stress, cell death, endocrine disruption, that's hormonal disruption, and epigenetic modification. It affects your gene expression. So again, we're all being exposed to at least small amounts, if not very significant amounts, of a lot of different things, from pesticides to plastic chemicals to chemicals in our cookware, BPA and phthalates and heavy metals and all kinds of really nasty things, PCB, and there's so much nasty stuff in the food and water supply and in our air pollution as well, that we're all being exposed to. So it is absolutely critical in the modern world to ramp up your habits that help your body detox chemicals, as well as to build up, the mitochondria, the resilience at the mitochondrial level, so that they handle these stressors, they detoxify the stressors efficiently, and they are resilient in the face of oxidants and free radicals, and they can quench those without being damaged by them, building up your resilience threshold, in other words.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this video. And one more thing before you go. Actually, two more things. One is, if you enjoyed this particular little clip, the link to the full-length podcast is in the description down below. So make sure to check that out. Also, one more thing. Let me ask you a question. What if I could show you how to double your energy levels and dramatically improve your brain function, reducing your anxiety and depression to a degree on par with antidepressant drugs, but without the side effects? Sound pretty interesting? Well, there are, in fact, numerous compounds that can do this, that have been shown to do this. And I'll take you through just a few of these very briefly. One of them is Rhodiola Rosea. And this has been shown in studies, Rhodiola Rosea extract, in people with stress-related fatigue and exhaustion, to cut their levels of fatigue and brain fog in half in less than a month. Just this one compound. There's another compound in my formula Energenesis called NT factor phospholipids that's been shown to help repair mitochondrial membranes and mitochondrial health to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, taking people with deteriorated mitochondria who are over the age of 65, restoring it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds. And that has been shown in numerous studies in various types of chronic fatigue, aging-associated chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue syndrome, to increase energy levels by 30 to 45% in the span of 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the specific study. So dramatic improvements in a very, very short period of time. Two more compounds that are amazing, I highly recommend, that are in my formula Ultra Brain, along with Rhodiola Rosea. Saffron extract. This has been shown to increase levels of, improve your mood, I should say, and decrease levels of depression on par with fluoxetine, which is Prozac. And not only that, but with fewer side effects. It's much safer and much less likely to cause negative effects than antidepressant drugs are. Acetyl-L-Carnitine is another compound that's been shown to dramatically improve brain health in older adults. It also improve energy levels in older adults with chronic fatigue by between 40 to 50% in just the span of 2 to 4 months. And the last thing I'll mention here is acetyl-L-carnitine has also been compared to antidepressant drugs and been shown, like saffron, to be as effective as antidepressant drugs in combating depression, but without the harmful side effects that so often occur with the drugs. So this is just a small sampling of the over 35 compounds that are in my formulas Energenesis and Ultra Brain that are all proven to dramatically improve energy levels, mitochondrial health, and brain health, and much, much more. And I highly recommend that you go check these out. If you're struggling with depression or anxiety or brain fog, if you're struggling with stress-related exhaustion and burnout, if you're struggling with chronic fatigue, go check out these formulas, give them a shot. I promise you are going to be blown away by the results. And like I said, the science has already proven that these things work. So you don't have to just take my word for it. There's lots of research to support that, and I'll even link to some of that research down below so you can verify everything that I just said for yourself. So the links to those studies will be in the description for this video down below. So check them out. Check out the formulas on the energyblueprint.com. Again, Energenesis is the mitochondrial formula, and Ultra Brain is our brain formula. Check them out, try them out, and I think you're going to be blown away by the results. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again soon.